Pretty Little Liars episode 5. Yes, we're on episode 5 now. Who knew? And the gang is all here. We've got Mr. Montgomery, you know, Byron, my BFF Byron. We got Mike, who is finally let out of the basement. We've got, Mrs. Montgomery. She keeps popping in and out, you know, telling them don't waste their weekend playing beer pong, stuff like that. Doling out the good advice. In this episode, I feel like the craziest people, the people who win for most crazy, Arya and Spencer. Just the things that they do, I'm like, please just be normal. Please just be normal people. Because even though Arya's just trying to convince her mother to go off to Europe with her boyfriend and make cakes or whatever he does, I was just like, come on, if she wants to make her decision, let her make her own decision. Like, don't sit there and be like, Mom, I'm not going to let you regret your life just because I didn't let you go to Europe, blah, blah, blah. And her mom blames Mike, and I'm like, okay, where's Mike? And then he shows up, and Arya tries to beat him up, and he's like 2 inches bigger than she is, which I don't even know. That whole situation was just totally weird, and I was like, I don't see how this is necessary. Like, I know that whole thing started off with her being like, I want to save her from A, but of course, A says, you can't hide from me. You cannot run from me. We've talked about this before. And so from there, it's just like Arya just being like, just go to Europe. And she talks her dad into talking her mom into going to Europe. It's a lot of this motion being like, go, just go. And then we have Spencer, who decides she wants to go visit a college based on a phone number that may or may not lead anywhere, which for now hasn't led to much other than a creepy room, which I was like, oh my goodness, she's going to die in this room. But also, who the heck is Carla What's-Her-Face? She's like the house mother of the sorority. I know I'm all over the place with this, but just let's deal with this one thing at a time. Not really. But anyways, there's this house mother. She's creepy. And we get to hear about her through Emily wanting to kind of rush for this sorority so she can get a scholarship. Apparently that's a thing that happens. I don't have any sort of dealings with sororities, but I've never heard of a sorority scholarship. But okay. Whatever you gotta do to get into fictional college, am I right? But yeah, we get to hear about this, I forget her last name, but it's something really funky and weird, and at the end, A is like, hey, here's this picture of this lady, which I bet is just gonna throw us off whatever scent A is on anyways. Yeah, because we know how this works. We know how this works. And, what else is happening in this episode? People just keep walking into the woods. I don't get it. Why? Why are you going to the woods? Like, Emily just walks into the woods. I was like, alright, we're gonna do this. And of course I'm thinking she's getting followed by A. She gets freaking sprayed by this dude with the silly string, that's what it's called. I was like, that stuff that comes out of a can. No. But anyways, so Emily makes some interesting decisions in this episode, most of which are on a good path, mostly the good path, and Spencer kind of calls her out for not really flirting, but she's just kind of misleading this guy who is their college guide advisor dude, which I don't even see why he's hitting on her in the first place or like flirting with her. I'm like, this is so unprofessional. Why are you even starting this? And yeah, like the fact that Emily even had to like stand up to this guy and be like, you're getting the wrong idea. Especially when he goes and grabs her hand to hold her hand. I was like, this is weird. This is weird that you're here. Why are you here? Which makes me believe that he is, especially that last shot of him where he was just like looking all like creepy and like, oh, I'm so mad. Just so mad. And I'm gonna do something about it. I'm gonna join A in red coat and everything. Just you watch, Emily Fields. Just you watch. Seriously, that's the feeling that I got from this guy. It's like, don't cross him. Don't cross him. He's a rich dude. He has money. He can do stuff to you. Not really. I don't know. But from there, we have freaking Hannah. Hannah's storyline is just legitimately crazy. Not like weird like Arya and Spencer where they're just going out of their way to do crazy stuff. I know Hannah doesn't need to take the gun and go bury it in the woods, but you could have left it in there and just approached your mom, because apparently she had it in a safe place. She had it in a closet in a bag wrapped in something else, and I was just like, really? Really? You're gonna go in her closet and do that stuff? I would just leave it there and be like, look, Mom, I went in your closet, explain things, even though I know her mom's been covering stuff up. But now would be the time to be like, look, honey, I am talking to Veronica Hastings, who is a very good lawyer, and I told her these things, even though she didn't tell Veronica anything, nothing at all. But Mrs. Hastings is just like, let me find some stuff out before you go and tell me all of the things, because if there's nobody coming after you, then you're fine, you're good, you're good. But where am I going with this? Basically, it's just like, I feel like a lot of the times Hannah's just like, let me protect my mother, and it's like, but your mom needs to be protecting you because you go out and bury guns in the woods with a beer glass pint thing. Yes. So the end of the episode just kind of is just like, hey, by the way, you're going to jail because the cops caught you. And A texted Spencer and Emily, and that's where it leaves us. And also with, again, what I said before about A cleaning up the picture and being like, hey, this is Carla, Mama Carla of the sorority, looking creepy. She looks familiar, and I think it's just the actress. I don't think she's ever been on the show. I don't think she's ever been mentioned on the show. Correct me if I'm wrong. But for real, like, I don't think she has any correlation of, like, previous episodes. But, and I don't think she has anything to do with the Halloween train, which keeps coming up. But, in this episode, it seems like that's in the past. But yeah, that is my reaction to Pretty Little Liars this week. Just all the crazy. And now we have answered, where's Mike? He's sitting at home playing video games, of course, and still recovering from the mama moving out, the mama bear. We just still feel kind of bad for him. I'm always like, come back, Mike, come back, and let's talk about some things, because his character is always interesting and just taking punches wherever he can, like a hero. But yeah, I really hope we see more of him though this season. Maybe some interesting stuff, because they keep like involving parents, and I'm like, why don't you involve like a couple of siblings, not just Spencer's? Even though I know that Hannah and Emily are only children, but it'd be cool if there were more people their own age, because this whole parent thing is just, I get it, but at the same time it gets a little soap opera-y with shooting people and stuff. Yeah. Anyways, that's all that I have to say this week. I hope you enjoyed this episode and my reaction, and let me know what you thought about it below, and have a great day.